all your dreams of being inside me come true in VR.
Deadpool VR is finally here, and a lot of players want to know if it's worth grabbing on the MetaQuest 3. Today, we're breaking down the top 5 reasons to buy it, and the top 5 reasons you might want to skip it before spending your money. And hey, support the channel by liking and subscribing. It helps a ton. 5 reasons to buy it. Deep Deadpool immersion and authentic humor. The biggest thing about Deadpool VR is how it throws you right into the character. You don't just play as Deadpool, you basically become him. There's non-stop banter, wild jokes, and constant fourth wall breaks. The humor lands because the delivery is sharp and energetic from start to finish. Neil Patrick Harris brings the character to life with fast comedic timing. Deadpool talks so often that it feels like you're trapped in his head, but in the funniest way possible, every interaction feels packed with personality, and the game leans into the chaotic energy that fans love. You get silly conversations, weird observations, and all kinds of self-aware interruptions. It feels like hanging out with Deadpool in the most VR way imaginable. Wild freeform VR combat and parkour. The combat is a big playground. You can swing katanas, shoot pistols, throw objects lying around, and even use your healing body parts in creative ways. The game gives you freedom to experiment with lots of silly combos. Movement is fast and smooth with parkour jumps, slides, wall runs, and even grappling moves. The fast pacing makes every fight feel like a cartoon explosion. The swordplay feels energetic, and every strike reacts in a satisfying way. You can dash, flip, and blast enemies while doing all kinds of stunts. The game encourages chaos, and the movement system helps you pull off wild sequences. Fans who enjoy fast VR action will have a great time. Over-the-top Marvel story and villain cast. The story takes a big multiverse twist. Deadpool gets dragged into a reality show run by Mojo, and he has to bring in a lineup of Marvel villains to boost the ratings. That means you deal with Mephisto, Lady Deathstrike, Omega Red, and even huge threats like Ultimo. The plot has a goofy, chaotic tone filled with sudden jumps, random jokes, and Deadpool-style nonsense. Boss encounters are full of flashy moments, dramatic reveals, and loud commentary from Mojo's twisted show. It feels like a comic book fever dream that keeps getting weirder as the story goes on. Designed exclusively for MetaQuest 3 and 3S. This game was built only for the MetaQuest 3 and 3S, and the design uses the headset's full power. Visuals look crisp for a standalone device, and the environments have strong detail. The physics feel stable even with all the chaos. Because it isn't held back by older hardware, the game can push effects, lighting, and interactions further. Everything is tuned for the latest Quest features. From tracking to performance, you can tell the developers targeted a single platform so the game runs smoothly, even during intense fights. Hilarious in-game streaming and audience system. The game show theme goes beyond the story. There's a fake streaming interface that pops up during missions with pretend chat messages, over-the-top emojis, random reactions, and loud audience cheers. Mojo treats everything like a live broadcast, and Deadpool reacts to it in silly ways. The whole feature changes the flow of missions because you're constantly aware you're performing for this bizarre audience. It adds personality to quiet moments and keeps the humor going even when you're not fighting. 5 reasons to skip it. Meta only, not available elsewhere. Right now, the game is completely exclusive to the MetaQuest 3 and 3S. It doesn't run on Quest 2, and there's no sign of a PC VR or PSVR 2 version. A lot of players hoped for a wider release, but nothing has been announced. If you don't own a Quest 3, you're stuck watching gameplay videos until something changes. Deadpool's constant chatter may not be for everyone. Deadpool is known for talking endlessly, and the game fully leans into that. Some players love the constant jokes and non-stop chatter, but others said it wears them out after a while. Deadpool comments on everything you do, sometimes back-to-back without a break. If you like quieter VR games, this one might overwhelm you. Fast, wild movement may cause VR sickness. The movement is fun, but it's also intense. There's lots of spinning, sliding, swinging, dodging, and jumping. Some early players felt discomfort during long play sessions because of how fast the camera moves when you perform parkour. The sudden motion can create a mismatch for people who aren't used to rapid VR movement. Beginners might need to take breaks while adjusting. Only moderate combat depth. Even though the combat feels flashy, some players wanted more challenge. Mini-bosses seemed a bit too easy during early demos, and a few testers finished big enemies in only a couple hits. This raised concerns about whether the full game will offer enough depth for players who enjoy complex combat systems. There's plenty of style, but the long-term difficulty is still a question. Short demos. Unknown longevity. Most of the previews came from short hands-on sessions that lasted between 30 minutes to an hour. The actual story length, replay value, and mission variety are still unknown. We don't know if the game stays exciting for many hours, or if it becomes repetitive after the early missions. People who want long campaigns may want to wait for full reviews. Marvelous verdict. Deadpool VR looks wild, funny, and full of energy, but it also has some real limitations you should keep in mind. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you're picking it up or waiting for more reviews.